Coming up on this episode of DL Weekly, Stitch has landed seemingly everywhere, a PhotoPass option has returned, music changes to the esplanade.
Construction continues around the resort. The Little Man of Disneyland goes on the road. We visit producer James to play some games, and more. DL Weekly starts now.
Greetings aboard the DL Weekly Orbiter. For your safety, intergalactic regulations require that you remain seated with your seatbelt fastened, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast. And please, watch your children. To make Tag and Teresa fly higher, pull back on the control lever in front of you. To descend, just push the control lever forward. Thank you. Please enjoy your spaceflight.
Well, hello and welcome to this episode of DL Weekly for the week of May 28th, 2025. I'm Tag Bushman.
And I'm Teresa Urban. We would like to thank everyone who supports the show, but this week we would like to give a special shout out to Brandon H., Allison B., Nathan R., and Christopher J. If you would like to help support the show and get ad-free versions of each episode, access to our supporter-only Discord chat, and a bunch of other perks like our book club, head on over to dlweekly.net/support and become an official weekly tier.
Now let's get to the news.
Extra, extra! Read all about it! DL Weekly reports from intrepid correspondents Tag and Teresa. You heard it here first, ladies and gents. Breaking news!
With the new Lilo & Stitch movie debuting to record numbers, there is a bit more Stitch around than usual. A new Stitch sipper is available at the Galactic Grill for $25.99, which comes with a fountain drink of your choice. New magic shots featuring Stitch photobombing you at the main entrance near Sleeping Beauty Castle. Over in Disney California Adventure, you can be photobombed on Buena Vista Street, the Cloud Wall on the Pixar Pier Bridge, and near the waterfall by Grizzly Peak. Finally, there is a chalk mural by artist Pei Jun Tang in downtown Disney.
These all look so fun. And I mean, I don't know too many people that are not Stitch fans. I feel like everyone's a Stitch fan.
I'm not a Stitch fan.
Okay, except for Tag, apparently. But I've been hearing really good things about the new Lilo and Stitch movie that did just open this past weekend. The sipper looks super adorable. These magic shots are super fun. I'm excited for the chalk art. Hopefully it does not rain between now and when we go so we can go see this masterpiece in person. It looks like it's in a different space too than where they usually have them, because typically the downtown chalk art has been closer to the ESPN zone, but with it being under construction right now, this one has shifted and it looks like it's behind the stage of like the new downtown Disney stage.
Yeah.
Super, super fun.
As always, the chalk stuff looks good. I think it's cute that they have these magic shots or whatever, which is really cool. I don't know what it is about Lilo and Stitch that I'm just not a fan, but I'm not. I know there's a lot of fans out there, so I have nothing against it. It's not my thing.
I think they're adorable. But Stitch isn't the only character at Disneyland that's new. Phineas and Ferb are meeting and greeting in the Hollywood backlot. Agent P joins them on Saturdays only. This is part of the new season premiere on Disney Plus and Disney Channel June 5th.
I don't know anything about Phineas and Ferb. Do you know anything about Phineas and Ferb?
I watched a couple. Actually, I don't remember why. Oh, because of Oogie Boogie Bash. That's why. Because I decided to download and watch some of the episodes. It's cute. Like, it's just a little quick, like, Saturday morning style cartoon for those of you that are old enough to have done Saturday morning cartoons. I know it's not really a thing anymore. That made me sad. I was like, oh yeah, Saturday morning. Oh, that's not a thing. Anyways, but like little, I don't know, 20, 25 minute episodes, and they're fun. So Phineas and Ferb are like brothers. They go on all these crazy adventures, and their older sister is always trying to like tattle and get them in trouble, and she never catches them. They have a pet platypus. His name is Perry, who is a pet platypus by day and a crime solver undercover agent by night and whatever. And he's the one that's trying to go after Dr. Doofenshmirtz. But yeah, anyways, they're fun little cute episodes. You should download some and watch them on the plane while we're going out there.
So it had 4 seasons, like starting back in 2009, then went away in 2015 and are now coming back this year.
Reboot.
Interesting. I might maybe watch an episode or two of this just to kind of learn about it. Yeah, why not?
I do love that they kind of like whenever they have characters in that Hollywood backlot area, there's that, I don't know, it's like a little neighborhood facade. I always like how they kind of take that space over. Same thing with Phineas and Ferb. They've got like stuff going on in the windows. Actually, look, there's the sister that's like peeking out, trying to watch them. The parents are peeking too. Dr. Doofenshmirtz is up in the second window there. And then there's like graffiti on the wall that says Phineas and Ferb. I just think it's fun that they decorate the entire area and kind of transform that little space for the meet and greets as well. Because I'm thinking there was like Spider-Man, I think, and
Spider-Man's been there.
Yep, and different people, but they always redo the space, which is fun.
I feel like I walk by this space a lot and like totally miss it.
It is kind of you need to know where it is, kind of a space.
Is it on the back side
of like schmoozies and stuff? Yeah, it's like facing the rest.
Back lot stages.
Yep. It's like facing the restroom, so it's kind of between Monsters Inc. and it's like the back way between Monsters Inc. and the Hyperion.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So next to where that like food cart thing is, that's next to the bathrooms. There's like that.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, last year, a new PhotoPass experience premiered at the resort. PhotoPass excursions are back again. The excursions are 8 to 15-minute private photo shoots with PhotoPass photographers, available in Adventureland, Frontierland, Main Street, and Fantasyland. Magic Key holders with free PhotoPass, guests with Lightning Lane, or guests with the daily PhotoPass are able to take part of these.
I'm so excited about this. I hope it's still I feel like it should still be going when we're there next week, but they did this before and it seemed like it was kind of just a very quick little offering, but so fun. You get like a little private photo shoot for 8 to 15 minutes. Folks that I've seen that we know have posted that they've done this experience online, and the photos turn out really great. The Disneylanders, Scott went with his family for the opening day, and they took advantage of doing this, and they turned out really fun and really cute. And he said he was really surprised at how many photos they got in how many good photos they got in such a short period of time. And they looked like they made quite a bit of, they
covered a lot of ground.
Yeah. Cause like they started here at like the Frontierland entrance. So they did some Frontierland lots and then like Adventureland and stuff, but super fun. So hopefully this will be going and we can take advantage and check it out and get some cool
Can
fun
you
photos.
do it multiple times?
I would think so. I think you just got to know when it's happening and where, and just kind of.
We should do this for some podcast photos.
Well, and that was the thing too. Is like there is kind of a queue, so it's not like you can just like walk up and go.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like any PhotoPass thing, whether you're getting photos in front of the castle or whatever. There might be a line. It might be a little bit of a wait, and this might be a little bit more of a wait since it's a longer experience, but well worth it.
I like the idea.
Mm-hmm. Well, last week we reported on the music box style music in the esplanade to go along with the new sculpture. This week, the slower music box music has been replaced with a mix of classic Disneyland music and vocal tracks from the Disneyland 70th celebration. The music box music isn't completely gone, though. It plays each night at 10 p.m. as a post-fireworks kiss goodnight.
I think this is a great way for them to still have it, but not be like all the time. Because I listened to it, and I didn't. Like, a lot of people thought it was creepy or weird or something. I didn't think it was that. I just thought it was strange because I feel like every time I've been in the Esplanade, it's always been kind of like upbeat and energetic music, and this just seemed very like sedated.
Sure, and I bet it's probably one of those things that it's not the music itself that's necessarily creepy. It's just like you said, it's a space that everyone's so used to being like jazzed up because you're getting to the parks or you're park hopping or whatever, and so for it to be a little bit more of a like relaxed music would just feel kind of odd. I was actually going to talk to you because I saw this is brilliant. I saw people post it online. Like this is not new to watch the fireworks from the Esplanade, but what's cool is if you watch the fireworks on the like DCA side of the music box sculpture, because the fireworks frame the sculpture. Really cool. So I like now I want to see it just because of what people's photos look like from this point of view, watching the fireworks in the Esplanade. But now that they're doing the Kiss Goodnight after the fireworks as well, that's like another reason. So maybe on like Saturday night when we don't actually have park reservations, we could go enjoy the fireworks from the Esplanade and kind of get the unique viewpoint and vantage point.
Yeah, that could be cool. I just wish that, I know why they don't, but I do wish Disneyland would put the fireworks music track in the Esplanade.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people do watch it there, but I think they want people obviously to like pay and go inside, not just sit in the Esplanade. Well, even with the Disneyland 70th in nearly full swing, I say that because obviously we do not have the Walt animatronic show or the final verse of It's a Small World just yet, there are still some construction projects happening around the resort. The Matterhorn Mountain is getting some pretty extensive track and rock work completed. The Enchanted Tiki Room, along with the Tiki Juice Bar, are both behind walls for refurbishment. The Mendocino Terrace in Disney California Adventure is still being worked on, while outside in downtown Disney, Earl of Sandwich is coming along pretty quickly now, and the old Tortilla Joe's is all but gone.
Okay, starting with Tortilla Joe's. I've been watching David from Fresh Baked's construction updates. Because it's been weird and wild. It's like they strategically, very slowly took pieces, piece by piece, bit by bit down, like they were going to be saving parts of the building and just kind of redo. No, now it's like basically it's leveled, but I think there's been reports that there's a parking garage or parking structure underneath that they were saving that. So I guess they had to be a little bit more careful. But even so, it felt like parts of and even if you looked at the concept art of what the new place is going to, like the facade and everything looks like versus what Tortilla Joe's looked like, it did look like they were going to, that was going to be similar, different, but not 100%, but still some overlap. And nope, not at all. So that's been interesting.
Yeah, I remember seeing in the construction permit that they had for this that the first floor, which is basically below downtown Disney's like level, was going to be staying.
Yeah.
So it didn't surprise me, and I can see why. Like, you have these giant pieces of steel beams and stuff. You don't want that to like go through, because that could go through the thing. So I can see why they did it this way. Also, I think that they're probably trying to save a lot of the material, not save the materials. They're trying to take apart the materials in such a way that I feel like they could like recycle them or upcycle them or something, where instead of just like, let's just throw everything in a giant pile and bulldoze, like wrecking ball it and be done. Plus, it's in the middle of a active shopping zone. So I feel like you don't want to be having too much of that. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what crops up, how long it's going to take for the next stage of this, I guess, to crop up. Something
to point out too, I don't think I've seen anyone else report on this, but with the Tiki Juice Bar being closed, I was noticing as I was building my new foods list of things I wanted to try, I was checking on mobile order. But Tropical Hideaway has a mobile order option now for Dole Whip. So, which that typically is not a mobile order option. You usually have to stand in line to get that. And you can only do Dole Whip. You can't do any of the like lumpia or any of the other bao buns or anything like that. You can't do any of the food items, just the Dole Whip treats. But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting and a nice way to kind of still offer the mobile order option without having that location, the separate Tiki Juice Bar location open.
How do you feel? So I heard some vlogger, I think it was, or maybe it was some post online, that if you don't want a Dole Whip, you can skip the line and go right to where the food is and order food at Tropical Hideaway.
Is that true?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. Like, I heard that because somebody said that line is usually for Dole Whip, that you could walk past the line right to where because it's true. Most people are getting a Dole Whip.
Yeah. So
why would you wait in line for the Dole Whip? It would make sense, but I just don't know if that's like the truth.
If that's like legit. Yeah, I don't know. I guess personally,
we should ask a cast member when we're there.
I guess personally, I'd feel weird because it would feel like you're
cutting
because it's not like if there was a separate line. I think I would believe that more than it all being one line and you're just supposed to skip ahead. That makes sense. Like if they had just like more of a direct path that bypassed and had you like dropped you off at the food section, so you bypass the Dole Whip section, that would make more sense to me. But the fact that it's just the one line makes me feel like that's not it. Maybe they think it's a hack and they're just
I gotta figure out where I saw that because it like shocked me and I was like, that would be great because there are times where I want food from Tropical Hideaway, but I don't want a Dole Whip. And if you could skip that massive line of people waiting for the Dole Whip, that would be great.
We'll have to when we're there. We'll have to ask.
We'll have to ask. Yep.
We'll have to ask because I'm curious if someone just made up that rule or if that's a real rule. I could see it going
I'm trying
either
to
way.
think who it was. Maybe it was David from Fresh Baked was saying. I don't know. Somebody was saying it.
I don't know. Well, the Little Man of Disneyland, Patrick Begora, is setting off to another land in the park. Patrick is being celebrated at Club 33 with his own menu. He is going on a royal adventure to New Orleans Square, where the menu features cocktails representing the 5 original lands: the Watchlight, the Strawberry Streetcar for Main Street, Flights of Enchantment for Fantasyland, Amber Waves of Tea for Frontierland, Never Ending Tomorrow for Tomorrowland, and Uncharted Nature for Adventureland. There are also some food options for each of the lands as part of the 70th celebration. All of the details are, of course, linked in the show notes. And again, you do need to be a member or go along with a member to be able to experience these fun Patrick Begora themed dining and Disneyland themed dining options.
I didn't realize this when I was looking at this story, that the background of this menu is the background of the old ticket books. Just with the Club 33 logo in there. So I'm sure people are interested about some of the descriptions here. So we'll kind of go through these really quick. So the Watchlight, which is representing Main Street USA, is I'm not going to go with the specifics, but we're going to say it's a cognac and apple brandy, creme de pour, a Drambuie, and orange bitters. And there's a description that says, the spirit of Walt Disney lives on in the lamp above Main Street's fire station. Walt turned the lamp on to signal cast members that he was working. The lamp now stays on permanently as a tribute to the man himself. That's kind of a cool, it's like a menu and a little history lesson.
It is. Also for Main Street USA is the Strawberry Streetcar, which is also cognac, guava juice, lime juice, strawberry mint, and teapot bitters. In honor of his wife, artist Charles Dana Gibson created the Gibson Girl illustrations to represent the beauty and independence of early 20th century American women. These are so
stories.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fantasyland, said to be Walt's favorite land in the park. He once said, what youngster has not dreamed of flying with Peter Pan or tumbling into Alice's Wonderland? These are really neat.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Frontierland, they said pioneers brought tea to the West in bricks as they were easy to transport across the trails. Most had a hankering for whiskey, but on this prairie, you can enjoy them together.
I'm fascinated by all this. First, I thought it was so cool that Patrick Begora was being honored and had this whole little there's a little book and a little write-up in the menu of Patrick's journey. And then the fact that all these are themed and they all have little stories is so fun. Okay, so for Tomorrowland, the Never Ending Tomorrowland, one of the 5 original lands dedicated to visions of the future, achievements, and ideas of wonder. Okay,
apparently there's nothing exciting about that one.
Not as exciting.
And we can't read the last one because the picture somebody took cut off the Adventureland one.
But still, how cool,
There's also food, and I'm just going to quickly go through this. The Main Street USA has a grilled American hot dog, a fried chicken, and a classic Coke float. Frontierland has a Terlingua pork chili and a 32 ounce, tomahawk chop. It's kind of a grainy thing. In Fantasyland, there's a Marionette's Dream, which has burrata, artichoke, sun-dried tomato, pine nuts, and basil. And then there's a Burger Royale. For Adventureland, there's the King and the Tiger, which has kingfish ceviche and leche de tiger. And then a Jungle Chicken Lumpia. And then for Tomorrowland, they have a Water Planet, which is a poached shrimp, avocado, and green lime bubbles. And Sweet Saturn's Over the Moon, which is a chocolate pop rock. This all sounds really awesome.
Fun. So the front of the menu has Patrick going on his walking down New Orleans, one of the streets in New Orleans Square. Again, there's at the back of the menu, it's got a little write up about Patrick setting off on a well-earned holiday and kind of, sets the stage and kind of explains. I just think this is so fun. Again, not something that they had to do, but the fact that they're, not everybody knows the story of the Little Man of Disneyland and knows that he, still resides
and even less
in
people
Adventureland.
Get into Club 33.
Yeah,
so.
But I think this is just such a fun little Disneyland nerdy specific tribute and tie-in that they did to kind of along with the 70th, celebrate all the different lands. And yeah, I just think it's super, super cool. So well done.
For Memorial Day in the United States, Disneyland had a few ways to honor the people who gave their lives in service to the country. Tables have been set up around the resort for fallen soldiers with an empty place setting, reminding guests of the soldiers who did not make it home. The flag retreat ceremony in Town Square was larger than usual to honor the day. The Navy's 32nd Street Brass Band performed at Disney California Adventure on the Hollywood Pictures backlot stage last week to round out the holiday.
I just think this is it's very touching that they do this. Again, these are just kind of little things, but a lot of times people forget what the reason for Memorial Day is and why we celebrate. Everyone just gets excited because, hey, it's 3-day weekend, or, oh, it's another day off from work. So I just really like that Disneyland kind of brings it back around to why we're doing this, and that they do a really nice job of not only celebrating those, but then also honoring those heroes with all the different setups. The cool thing too, I feel like, with the tables for fallen soldiers, the fact that they're set up around the resort, and it's not just that they have,
prominently
one.
too.
Yeah, it's not that there's just, one that maybe is on Main Street or something, and that's it. That they put it in multiple spots, I think, is really, really awesome as well. The flag retreat ceremony is something that they do every day, but they just kind of go a little bit
above and beyond.
Yeah, above and beyond for Memorial Day.
Yeah.
We have to get the snacks for Tag and Teresa and James and Bern. Oh, and Cinderella. Time for SnackChat.
Well, this week for SnackChat, we are talking about some treats for, unless you're listening to this on the day that it drops, you may have missed these, right? Because they're only there for the one day.
Yeah, but some of these treats are on just like the summertime menu or on the 70th menu as well. So some of them I think are specific to the day, perhaps, and other ones I think are going to be hanging out a lot longer. Like one of the first ones here, the banana split.
1 second. This is to celebrate the Savannah Bananas. Sorry. We didn't get to that part. And that is having the day that they come there, which is on May 28th.
Yes.
Now let's talk about some of the food.
So this one looks really good in Disneyland. It's a brown butter banana upside down cake, which you can find at the Blue Bayou restaurant. But the cake is soaked in bananas, Foster sauce, and garnished with candied walnuts and vanilla ice cream.
That sounds really good.
Yum.
If you want something else that's a traditional banana thing, there's a banana split at the Gibson Girl Ice Cream Parlor, which has vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry ice creams topped with strawberries, pineapple, hot fudge, fresh banana, of course, chopped nuts, whipped cream, and a cherry.
The next couple of items are things that you can find every day if banana is your thing. There's the banana pudding, which you can find over at the Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree. It does look like for the Savannah Banana Days, they did put some candied, like
I was wondering about that.
Candy bananas on top of it. It doesn't normally have that. There's also over at Jolly Holiday Bakery, the banoffee tart, which of course is banana and toffee. This is good. I had this. I was on a hunt. Was that last trip or trip before? I was on a hunt on one of our recent trips for this. Every time they were sold out. It is good. It is a nice, refreshing banana treat.
They have a banana dip at Harbor Galley, which is a whipped banana dip, which also has those candies.
I think I want to try. Okay, the next couple ones are a little weird, but I think I want to try both of them.
Well, that one seems odd.
I'm curious about, because have you, a chocolate covered banana, right? So if you do a chocolate chip cookie with a banana dip, I think it would work.
Yeah, but doesn't that have the little
I think it's just on top. I don't think it's mixed in. I think it's just like sprinkles.
And another spot with those is the Banana Snowball at the Royal Street Veranda, which is New Orleans-inspired snowball with house-made banana syrup.
So that one also sounds really delicious and interesting. The other thing, too, is these snowballs are just on the menu for summer. At Harbor Galley, there's a plethora of different flavors if banana is not your thing that you can get instead of the banana too. But I think that's a summertime menu thing.
What are these other ones that don't have any banana in it?
We've also talked about.
Never mind,
we've also talked. I don't remember if this is the 70th or the summertime menu, but there's the banoffee pie cold brew over at the Cappuccino Cart in Disney California Adventure. The banana split churro also in Disney California Adventure near Goofy's Sky School.
For the cold brew is that it has a banana cold foam. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's an Oswald sundae at Clarabelle's. So what that is, it's got two chocolate dip banana in the sundae. Ooh, this is also on my list. The banana conanza churro at Cozy Cone Motel No. 1.
I'm a little worried about banana because sometimes banana can taste Like really strong
there are
fake?
some very there's an artificial banana flavor I like. Like I'm a person that enjoys the banana runts, but then there's also artificial banana that's too artificial, and I also like just like natural banana flavors. So usually banana is a pretty works for me. Every once in a while it's too artificially tasting. So the only one I'm a little nervous about is maybe like that snow cone one.
Sure.
Because that might be a little artificially.
At Schmoozies, there's a strawberry banana sensation, and you can, throughout the December store, you can get bananas at fruit carts.
Regular old bananas.
And frozen bananas, which are, I know, a common thing that people really like to eat. So all types of banana inclusive snacks for the Savannah Banana Day.
And also for Savannah Banana Day, there's going to be a fun cavalcade. There's also a dance party at the castle happening at some point during the day. They have not released times for when these things are happening, but if you will be in the parks that day, be sure to check the app. I'm sure they will have all the information day of when these fun extra events are happening. Well, it's that time again for our friend Eric over at Concierge to catch us up on other Disney news.
Hello, everyone. This is Eric Johnson with Concierge, and welcome to the D180. While Tag and Teresa cover all things Disneyland, in the D180, we take a spin around the rest of the Disney universe, and we do it in 180 seconds. So let's jump right in. We begin our tour this week in Walt Disney World, where we are finally seeing some hints about a new nightly parade. Disney Starlight was announced at D23 last year as the triumphant return of nighttime parades to the Magic Kingdom. The news has been spare since then, and it really isn't all that less sparse now, but we'll take what we can get. Disney Starlight takes some of its design cues from the Main Street Electrical Parade and Spectro Magic, and it should. Several of the Imagineers on Disney Starlight were involved with designing those iconic parades. Get ready for some impressive lighting and choreography based around old friends and new. For instance, the Blue Fairy leads the way, followed by Peter Pan and Wendy, Asha from Wish, La Familia Madrigal, and many more fan favorites. All we can see at the moment is concept art, but from what I can see, it looks pretty great. It has been so long since we had a proper parade at night that I will gladly take concept art as proof of progress. Now let me pitch you on an extra trip to Walt Disney World. This presupposes you're going to Walt Disney World in the first place, but you want to come back when that new parade starts. Check with your travel planner for some advice on returning. If you throw down a deposit within 7 days at the end of your current trip, you can save between 25% and 35% on your next stay. Seriously, you don't know what deals are going to be out there the next time you want to visit. A commitment now could provide massive savings within the coming year. Your expert concierge travel planner will take care of everything for you. Hey, maybe that trip will correspond with the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival too. 35 global marketplaces are coming this year, folks. The festival is basically the same length as last year, date-wise, which means it is long. If you threw a dart at the calendar, you'd have a harder time hitting literally any other festival. Good luck hitting a day with no festival, though. I won't take those odds. It sounds like a lot of favorites are coming back, like the Brazil, Belgium, and Greek pavilions. The Eat to the Beat concert series will absolutely return. More scavenger hunts, more tours through pavilions, more wine and cooking demonstrations. Holy cow, get a trip together and then get another one together and finish the fest. You won't regret it. Unless you eat too much one day and then have to sit the next one out. I mean, come on, moderation, folks. You're missing out on valuable park time. I hope you enjoyed our quick spin around the rest of the Disney universe. If you would like to learn more about these Disney adventures, or you just have a few questions, please come on over. Visit the social media and websites of both DLWeekly and Concierge. Then reach out to your personal travel planner, Teresa. She looks forward to planning something special for you and yours. I'm Eric Johnson, and this has been your D180.
Thanks, Eric.
DL Weekly announces the boarding of the Trivia Express, non-stop star speeder service to the moon of Endor. All passengers, please prepare for immediate boarding.
Hello. You're in Trivia Land, but we've taken over Discussion Land too this week.
There's been what do you call it? There's
mutiny?
construction, and you've been expanding.
Yes. Yes, I have been, and I am so excited for this. I love when we get to play games together.
Okay.
Because I have a good time.
Well, what
always
type
coming
of
up with
games
unique
are we
games.
playing?
Well, you've been on this show before. You know we've done a variety of things. For example, in the past, I made you do accents with
geez,
lines.
That's right.
Of course, it's like my talk show, Games with James, or whatever we still have not decided to
Games
call
with
it.
Producer James.
Yeah, I mean it's a
That's
good time.
mouthful. Games with James is much easier to say.
Yes, but James has like a
I've got a brand.
brand.
Oh,
Just like Producer Vern. Like that's just kind of their brand on the show.
Yeah, just
All
how it
right.
works.
So what do we got?
I have 6 games for us to play.
Okay.
One of them we've played before. The other 5, I don't think we have. So we're going to see how it goes.
Is the one that we're repeating an accent one?
It is not an accent
Okay.
game. I figured
I was a little worried about that.
I figured I had to give you time off, and I didn't give myself enough time to find new accents and lines to go
Okay.
with on that one. And besides, we can always bring that back next time,
Oh, geez.
assuming I get a next time and my show isn't canceled.
And
I
your
fig-
show isn't canceled.
I figured I'm good for once a year, right? So
Something.
we'll see how it goes, right? You excited to play?
I'm
Sure.
curious to see what we're getting into.
Yeah. The good news is there's no real way to get points in this one. A lot of it is just feeling good about yourselves, though some of them might let you be a little competitive with each other. So we'll start with the easy ones. I have...
This will really set the tone for the rest of the time. If
I mean,
this is actually
probably.
easy or not.
So we're going to play a game of Guess the Cue. And I
Oh.
have kind of written out descriptions for some of these cues. The problem is I did these from memory, so I'm not 100% sure all of these elements are in there.
So this says more about you than it
Oh.
does about us.
Yeah, exactly. And I tried to be somewhat cute about some of them. You will get these. I believe in you.
Let's do it.
So I'm going to do these cues in like sentences or chunks in my full cue, and we're going to see how you're feeling after each. If you want to guess on every one, feel free. If you want to change your mind later, feel free. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. Guess that cue. Number 1. You enter under a wooden canopy.
Okay.
I'm thinking. What do you mean by canopy?
Canopy, like something that covers.
A wooden canopy. The first thing I think of is
Big Thunder.
Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, well, that's another one. Yep. There's 2 wooden canopies that we've
Well, so far there's also Grizzly River Run is
And
a wooden
this is
canopy.
Based on my memory.
So Winnie
Sentence
the Pooh,
number
probably.
2.
Okay.
A
This is still relating to the same cue.
Same thing. A parrot squawks nearby.
Parrot? Okay, well, it is
Oh,
no
could be-
longer.
It could be pirates because there is a wooden canopy that kind of comes out from the bridge, but I don't know if he's. I don't know. Okay, third sentence.
You pass old maps and a skeleton holding a
Yep,
sword.
we're going with pirates.
Yeah, pirates. I don't know why you're just out. You're reflexively writing down answers almost.
Yeah, I know.
You just can't
I
resist.
can't.
But yo-ho, mateys, you have found pirates indeed.
Yay!
Well done. Well done. See, I knew you could handle this first game just
So what? When you said the wooden canopy, are you talking about the one that's where the wait times are listed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the small little one that kind of juts out there.
Yep.
Because, of course, my brain, as I'm thinking, I'm like, is it just the bridge as a whole? No, I'm pretty sure there's something that juts out there.
No, I
so-
think the last time we were there, I remember looking at it and going, I thought this was attached to the bridge, but actually there's a whole structure that comes out from it a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. That's the memory I'm having. Those good little details. All right, you ready for the second one?
Yes.
You walk into a dusty temple.
Oh, that sounds like Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
It would sound like that.
It would.
The walls are covered in ancient carvings.
Still Indiana Jones.
You hear distant rumbling and flickering lights.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
We
it's
had it on your first clue, Jim.
it's Indiana Jones adventure. Yes.
Temple of the Forbidden Eye, if you want to go for the full
Mm-hmm.
thing.
I wasn't sure if I would get you to doubt yourselves, thinking of like, is it like Rise of the Resistance? Is that a temple or is that just a cave?
No, I would think that would be like a cave.
Yeah. Good point. Anyway, we'll go on to the next one. You're in a tropical courtyard.
Enchanted Tiki Room.
Yeah.
It has fountains and flickering torches.
Yep.
Yep.
Enchanted Tiki Room.
Music plays softly and birds chirp in the
No,
background.
definitely Enchanted Tiki Room.
It's definitely the Enchanted Tiki Room.
I'm waiting for James to give us like a terrible one.
Maybe.
Just you wait.
But maybe I won't.
Or he describes something really oddly.
That is possible. Metal grating under your feet.
Metal okay. The only one I can think of is Smuggler's Run.
Star Tours?
Oh, yeah, Star Tours has it.
Because you're talking about grading.
Yeah, like
Grating,
grates.
yep.
Yeah. I feel like there's a bunch of attractions like this, though, for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, what's your next clue?
Steam hisses.
That's.
I'm still thinking maybe Smuggler's Run.
Steam hisses.
Yeah, because it's got the big engine that like
sure, yeah.
starts and like
Your
stops and sputters.
Third one, James?
And an eerie light.
Oh my! Why did you have to say you were hoping for a hard one?
An eerie light.
It's your fault.
Metal grate.
Steam hissing eerie light.
Metal grate.
Is there any other hints, or is that the end?
A video loop warns about what's ahead.
Well, now I'm back to Indiana Jones.
You're not duplicating stuff, right?
I'm not duplicating.
No, there's no metal grate in Indiana Jones.
With a video that's warning what's ahead, there's a metal grate. Somebody's screaming at their podcast listener right now.
I hope so.
Steam, though. Steam hissing, eerie light.
I'm thinking about, like...
Because...
Do we know what park we're in?
I mean, I hope if you're on this attraction, you know which park you're in. It is, I would say, one of the more iconic attractions in the park.
Is it Guardians of the Galaxy?
I love how you and I said it at the same time.
Because that's a light in a video about
yeah,
like what's
I'm
going on.
Guardians.
Yeah.
I don't remember Steam, though, but that doesn't
You're in
mean
the
anything.
steam room, like before you get on the lift.
Oh, sure.
It is, in fact, Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. Good work.
Just by
getting yourselves
Just
there.
barely.
Just by a raccoon's paw.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you looking at random photos of Pirates of the
Because I
Caribbean?
couldn't remember I was trying to remember the wood. So I was trying to find a, good...
It looks more metal.
A good that. I was trying to look at the canopy because I couldn't remember exactly.
You know, the best way to do it is to Google Maps it, Teresa.
I mean, yes, but... Then I went down a Pirates of the Caribbean hole and
That's
just
what I'm
looking at,
saying.
random things. Sorry, James, go on.
I get you both hooked on great things and little details. Okay. Spinning objects.
These are all current attractions, correct?
Yes.
That could be Mater's Junkyard Jamboree. By the way, I found
Or the teacups.
Oh, that too. I found a YouTube video or a YouTube channel of a former Imagineer, and he talked about the design because he worked on the design of Mater's Junkyard Jamboree.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
talked about how it worked and how a bunch of parks around the world now have that ride system. Because Baymax,
one of the
there's
first?
a Baymax. Yeah, it was the first.
Oh,
'Cause
in
Disney.
Disney? Okay.
It was built off of an old whip attraction that was around in like the early 1900s. That was very dangerous because the mechanism was out where if you had your hands, arms, feet, or legs outside, it could be bad. Okay, so say it again, James. I'm sorry.
Spinning objects.
Spinning objects. Okay, so it could be the teacups as well. Cool.
Yep, teacups or Mater.
You're surrounded by colorful posters.
Posters? I wouldn't say that's Mater. I don't think there's any posters in the near the teacups area.
Could it also be spinning at Luigi's Rollick and Roasters? Aren't there posters around that?
There are posters around that, and yeah, they do spin.
Let's hear the
They
third
dance
clue.
and spin.
A talking potato welcomes you in.
Nope.
Oh, it's Midway Mania. Toy
What
Story
are the
Midway
spinning
Mania.
things?
The vehicles.
They do spin
Oh.
as you go around.
You see them spin in
We
and
just
out.
don't know because we're being flung around violently trying to see how we're going to try to kick each other's butts. But then
I'm excited to play with
The 70th?
the 70th stickers on stuff.
They do look super cool.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree.
how long do you think that'll stay? Just the 70th?
No, I think it'll be for the season.
The 18 months?
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, last one for you.
We're
Stone
doing so well, though.
walls.
Stone walls. Well, that could be a whole number of places. Next clue.
Yes, next clue. Stained glass.
Oh, this is probably the
castle
walkthrough.
And portraits of royal characters.
I'm gonna
so
say
the Sleeping Beauty Castle
walkthrough.
walkthrough.
You wind past a pile of coins.
No, this might be Snow White's Not Scary Adventure, Enchanted Wish.
Is there coins that you wind
Yeah,
by?
because you the I don't know if it's her bedroom or what.
Oh,
people
yeah,
toss
that
their
probably
coins
is
in.
it. Yep. That's a good choice. Yep. It's definitely Fantasyland. We
Mhm.
know we've honed in on that one.
Narrowed it down.
Yeah, Snow White's Enchanted Wish.
Is correct. Yay! You
Good
fell
job,
into
Teresa.
my trap until the coins. I was very happy about that one. So
Just remember, you and Vern both. One day I'm going to show up and you two are going to be reverse trivia here.
Are we going to be taking our own notes this trip so we can
We probably should.
reverse trivia them?
that sounds like fun. Hey, you got all of these right. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, let's see what you have next.
Yes.
That's when the gloves come off.
No, yes. No. We are moving into a pair of games that are just going to let you
Pair of
have
games.
your Disneyland hot takes.
Oh, Lord. Are you ready for this?
You're not the one bulldozing Fantasyland. That was James. So I
That
think
is
we'll be
me.
Okay.
Yes,
So-
but I have hot takes.
Well, yes.
So we'll start off.
I want to know what your hot takes are. This will be great because you're always so
I am nice.
yeah.
These are probably pretty safe, in fairness. So my first.
By the way, if you guys want to know, producer James wanted to bulldoze Fantasyland. If you want to listen
Oh,
to
yeah.
a previous Hub Crawl episode, I don't remember which one it was, but it's very spicy.
Vern and I were on it. I remember that's all I know. I don't know
Mhm.
what the name, like what episode number it was, but
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, had to happen. This one's easy. This game, one question only, and I call it the attraction trade-off.
Okay.
Which attraction would you move from Disneyland to DCA, and what would you use to replace it in Disneyland?
From Disneyland to
So you're
DCA?
swapping one from Disneyland to DCA, and that DCA attraction moves to Disneyland.
Oh, okay. I am moving. Do they have to like even swap?
Even swap.
Oh no. I had a really good one, but now that doesn't work. 'Cause
What
I
do you
was
mean
gonna,
an even swap?
like same spot?
Same spot.
Yeah, that part.
So
Oh.
what would be your idea if you didn't have to do that?
My idea was Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters and The Little Mermaid. But The Little Mermaid cannot go to Tomorrowland. I'd be more okay with Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters in the space that The Little Mermaid's in than I would be okay with The Little Mermaid moving to Tomorrowland.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Okay, so spot for spot.
Spot for spot.
One attraction.
One attraction. Just one for one. That's all it is.
I mean, I think Disneyland's perfect the way it is.
Too bad. Walt always wanted change.
Oh, this would really screw up both parks, but I would take the Autopia and swap it with Radiator Springs Racers.
What?
Because I think that because
You would
Autopia
just
sucks.
half Radiator Springs.
Yeah.
That
And just
poor
have
land.
the Autopia.
Oh man, fired.
This
You're
is
not in
even-
charge of this anymore.
This is even better than I could have imagined.
Oh my gosh.
Spicy take, I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's think.
The problem is that there's no good thematic way to take something out of one land and throw it into another land in different parks. Really, I mean, do you have something that made you think of this, James?
No.
No. This was just what I felt like was a really great challenging idea.
It
With
is
no
a
right or wrong
challenging
answer,
idea.
although apparently there are wrong answers if you ask
You
Teresa.
had an
wrong
idea,
answer.
Teresa? You
I
gasped.
kind of, but then not really because it's kind of a
but
dead
not really.
space. Yeah.
Okay, so what is it?
I was thinking, what if you took like an experience type thing? Maybe not an attraction in the
Okay.
sense of a ride, but like you could swap the Mickey Jr. Fun House thing with something or vice versa. But my thought was, what if you took the Animation Academy and put that in Disneyland? But
Where?
all the things that I could think of for Disneyland are just nothing right now. So that doesn't even work. Because I was like, you could
Like
do...
the theater.
Yeah, like the Fantasyland
Or-
Theater, or you could just point at a building in Tomorrowland.
Just any building.
Yeah, point at
That
a building.
one.
And that would
Teresa's
probably be.
Teresa's being blindfolded. We're gonna spin a map of Disneyland, and then she's gonna throw a dart, and wherever
Yeah.
it hits.
See, I think Teresa's on the right track, though. What if you just swap the Fantasyland Theater and the Hyperion Theater?
I mean, that would be cool.
Ooh.
Hmm.
I don't like this question. It's hard.
It is a hard question, right?
If it was I could move things from thing to thing. Oh, you know what? I'm going to swap. This is going to be ridiculous, but it's the only thing that kind of works. I'm going to swap let's think. I'm going to swap Dumbo.
Oh, Lord.
Oh.
And Goofy's Sky School.
That's weird.
I know, it's weird.
I'm
I don't know,
sticking by...
but it works thematically.
I'm sticking by my Radiator Springs Racers because I'm looking at the footprint, and it would fit footprint-wise.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it's a good idea.
You don't want that. Like, the Autopia takes up so much space for
then,
kind of an attraction.
So you're just moving it, though. You're not fixing it.
Teresa, I like where you're going with Goofy's Sky School, though, because I wonder if you did that with, like, Chip and Dale's Gadget Go Coaster instead.
Yeah, you could do that, too.
It's Chip and Dale's Gadget Coaster.
Yeah,
Sorry.
You could do that, too.
Because, it just embraces Pixar Pier being a lot more kid-friendly in that space, and Goofy fits perfect in Toontown.
Could do that.
Nice opportunity for Chip and Dale to be a little more prominent over there, too.
I got it.
I take it back. I got it.
Go ahead.
We're going to do my original swap of Buzz and the Little Mermaid, and we're just going to annex that part of Tomorrowland into Fantasyland.
Not a bad, bad take.
It is right next to, the Matterhorn's right behind it.
I have the opposite. I was going to move the Sub Lagoon to
where?
To
World of Color.
Yeah.
World of Color.
What?
No.
No nighttime spectaculars in DCA.
Yeah.
I forgot that you have to swap it with another attraction because I was like, because then it could be right near the Little Mermaid. It'd be great. Oh, that's what I'll know. That your idea works best.
I'm
sticking to Cars Land and Autopia.
I mean, at least you're in the same theme. You just cleaved two lands into one.
Too bad Galaxy's Edge and Star Tours are in the same park because you could
but
somehow...
then what would you swap?
I don't know.
Then you'd pull some other Star Wars attraction out of Galaxy's Edge.
I don't know. Part of the problem with this question, James, is I think what's in each park are perfect the way they are. I don't think that there is something that is better by moving it to a different park.
Yes.
On an individual scale, I could agree with you.
What?
The Little Mermaid.
Why?
It does, because DCA has evolved into.
So you're replacing the Sub Lagoon? What are you replacing it with?
That's why I was going to move a
Buzz?
Pixar themed thing, because all the other Pixar based attractions.
Oh, I suppose.
Disneyland is kind of like your classic Disney IPs, right?
But then that doesn't fit into Tomorrowland. Now you have half of a Tomorrowland.
It needs help anyways. I'm just moving the process along. No, it doesn't help Tomorrowland, but it at least kind of works.
You could really throw people off and get them upset by saying you could move Cars Land or the Radiator Racers to the Rivers of America. Oh, wait, they're doing that in Magic Kingdom.
Oh, no.
You want a spicy hot take?
At least you're saving the Rivers of America because you're just picking them up. That would be terrible because then your train ride's just going around cars. I mean, it's not as scenic as going around the Rivers of America.
You could move Mickey's Toontown to Hollywood Pictures Backlot.
And then what? The Monsters, Inc. is going to be in Toontown?
I don't know. This is a terrible question. Teresa had the best answer, I would say, probably.
Well, you're welcome for making it difficult.
I think you won that round, Teresa.
Why, thanks.
Okay.
Poor Cars Land.
Welcome to the Autopia.
Here's where my hot take comes in. I still think that if California Adventure disappeared, I would not be upset.
It's getting better, though. No. The Animation Academy.
Then you could put the Animation Academy in the Fantasyland Theater and be done with it.
Mm-hmm.
Toontown. I feel like that'd be a good place to have the Animation Academy.
Where are you going to fit it, though? You're going to take out Mickey's house?
I'm just going to plop it in that backstage.
Get rid of Chip and Dale's Gadget Coaster and put it in the Animation Academy.
I would guess that Roger Rabbit would go before then, even though it always seems to have a 30 to 40 minute wait time.
But Roger Rabbit, I just don't care about Roger Rabbit either. I'm sorry.
It's cute, but
this is a massive building.
You are learning to appreciate
Mickey
the Autopia more.
Railway, yeah.
I thought it went further back than sideways. But anyway, sorry.
No, that's okay.
What am I learning to appreciate?
The Autopia.
Oh, I rode it last time and was like, oh, it's not completely impossible to drive.
Yeah.
You had a good
I still
car.
think it would be cooler to upgrade it and put it as like a self-driving people mover around things.
Oh.
Mice Chat in the article I read today was talking about how they wished that Galaxy's Edge and Toontown were connected because then there's the bottleneck of getting into Toontown. And you know what I thought of? Why don't they make an underground people mover? That would be amazing. Just take it from Toontown to Galaxy's Edge. That'd be so cool. Anyway.
Okay. So we're moving away from attraction trade-off. And now I have a series of would you rather questions.
Oh, Lord. These are great for Teresa. She loves Would You Rather.
Yeah.
I know, being stuck between these.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these I feel like you will
they're not
enjoy a little bit better.
Disneyland or California Adventure? No.
No.
Easy, Disneyland.
Would you rather have to walk the entire park barefoot or wearing soaking wet socks all day?
Barefoot.
So, okay. Walk the entire, is it the entire day?
Entire day.
Barefoot
Yep.
or the entire day soaking wet socks?
And the
Yes.
soaking wet socks are magically
They're
not getting
magically
dry.
staying wet. Yep.
Barefoot.
Barefoot.
Yeah.
Because the ground around Disneyland is not
Yeah.
it's not pointy or anything that you're gonna hurt yourself.
The concrete isn't that themed that you're going to get injured.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
You might get some hot toes every once in a while when the sun's beating down.
Yeah.
on
What
the
time of year
blacktop.
is this?
It's
But
August
you can
and you're in
always
Disney World.
sit on a bench or However,
I don't like
maybe
wet
no,
feet,
no,
though.
no, no.
Because you
no.
get blisters. And
I'm
stuff.
looking too far into this. Maybe we go with the wet socks because are they going to let us on attractions if we have bare feet?
I think that's not the.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's the spirit of the question.
Spirit of the question. Yes. Right idea.
Plus, aren't you weren't you making the case? Was it you? Somebody was making the case that they're not really they're fine not doing attractions.
Oh, yeah. I'm okay. I've gotten to that point now because we've been very fortunate to be able to go more frequently.
Do you know what Alex asked me today? He's like, "Does Teresa like going on the rides?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He was under some impression that you didn't want to go on anything,
Oh, yeah, no.
which
not
is
at all.
strange.
Yeah. No,
I said that you've kind of toned down the Incredicoaster. You have to kind of be in a mood for.
Yeah.
And you and I are both on the same Guardians.
Mhm.
Yeah.
which is the wrong take, but that's not important.
Guardians is fun. I just, again, have to be in the right mood for it.
Yeah.
Like I said, DCA could just. Anyway,
All right. Would you rather
just really angering people.
eat only churros for the day or not have access to mobile order and have to wait 20 minutes for your food each time you want something?
Well, you're only getting food 3 or 4
Yeah, I
times
was
a
going
day.
to say no mobile orders, fine. I need more variety than churros.
I could probably do one day of churro, but I feel it was just churro though.
Only churros. You get specialty churros.
Yeah, but the
it's just
problem
churros.
is you know how I get in the morning when I eat just McDonald's, I get shaky. I
Mhm.
feel like that's what would happen with a churro.
Yeah.
So I feel like I have to wait.
Yeah, nope, I'm non-mobile order.
And there's plenty of places. Oh, but you're saying the
You don't-
caveat is you have to wait 20 minutes.
You're waiting 20 minutes for your food every time you stop to order.
So it's not that. Okay, so it's not that you can go to a place that doesn't have a line. You're saying there is a mandatory 20-minute line everywhere you go.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'd wait.
Me too.
All right. That one was too easy. So, would you rather ride only dark rides all day or ride only water rides all day?
Dark rides.
That was fast.
This goes back to the wet socks thing.
Well, and it's because we've got Small World's a water ride, Pirates is a water ride. There's water rides where you're not getting soaked, but then you've got Grizzly River Run or Tiana's Bayou Adventure where you're just drenched afterwards. And but I guess the subs are technically a water ride.
Storybook Land Canal Boats?
Storybook Land Canal Boats is a water ride.
What's your
The Mark Twain is a
What's
water
your plan
ride.
for Tiana's when we're there, by the way?
I don't know what to do. I'm hoping we can go and we can just say, yes, hello. We would like the back, please. And just hope for the
best.
small children in the log with us so that it's not as heavy and we don't get as
Do you know what I learned? Made a huge difference for me. When we're in line, shoes and socks off, sandals go on.
Yeah, but then I have to carry
When you get
sandals.
off, sandals go back in the backpack, shoes and socks go on, and as long as my feet are nice and warm and toasty, I don't care.
But you're not bringing a backpack.
Oh, what do you mean I'm not bringing a
I
backpack?
thought you were just bringing your little bag.
He will
I am
that
bringing my
day.
little bag, but I could shove my flip-flops in there if I wanted to.
I don't think so.
Oh, did you look at my merch list?
Look at
Did
this.
you look
Your
at?
sandals are not fitting in this.
No, I
little
have my
tiny sling
big.
bag.
I have my big Indiana Jones bag I could take.
You have to fit your shoes and socks in there for some of
you
the time
gotta
too.
fit
So
your
that is the
socks.
I'll just bring a
thing.
garbage bag that I can unfold for the attraction, and then I just look like a bum. But no. Did you not look at my merch list? I might get the Disneyland backpack
Oh, there you go. So then you'll have
because
a
I kind of
backpack.
like it.
I.
But we'll have to see if it feels quality
It looks
though.
cool. It looks really neat.
Anyway,
All right.
James, what's your answer to that?
My answer for that one? Oh, God, I love both of these. So that's kind of a hard one, but I think I'd rather do the water rides.
See, but
Really?
but I feel like dark rides. Well, what are you classifying as a dark rides? Because I think
Mickey and
Indiana,
Minnie is a dark ride.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think Indiana Jones could technically
No.
be a dark ride.
Absolutely not.
You're
James
so
could ride
absolutely
Winnie the Pooh all day because he loves
Winnie
that.
the Pooh, yeah.
I
okay, so
love
what's
the
your
Little
classif-
Mermaid so much that people don't understand
I
my
do
love
too.
for this
I
dark ride.
really love the Little Mermaid.
I think the problem with Little Mermaid is the ending.
Yeah,
Was
Yeah, it's the old
screwed.
Snow White problem. So
Yeah.
it's
but
just
yeah,
fast.
it ends too abruptly.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
Okay, next, would you rather? Would you rather wait 2 hours for Rise of the Resistance or ride Goofy's Sky School with no line, but you have to do it 5 times in a row?
Goofy
Oh, I could
Sky
do
School.
Goofy Sky
that
School.
would be fun. Because actually, the only reason I don't ride Goofy Sky School as often is because of the line.
yeah,
So easy.
Oh,
that's a fun ride. Actually, it's just the lightning lane kills that, just like
Mhm.
Monsters Inc.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, the other one was wait how long for what now?
2 hours for Rise of the Resistance.
See, as much as I like Rise, I don't think it's worth waiting 2 hours for.
No. Well, if it's your first time ever, and like
To be
you-
honest,
And like it's your only chance.
To
at
be
it.
honest, I
Oh, yeah,
don't
for
think
sure.
most attractions are worth 2 hour waits.
But again, you got to remember we're very fortunate we get to go multiple times a year. Back when we were not going as frequently,
Yes,
definitely had a different.
but I've been
mindset.
thinking about this for when we go to Epic Universe, and if there's like a lot, like
Sure.
I really want to ride the Harry Potter thing, but I'm not waiting 5 hours for it. I'm not waiting 2 hours for it. If it's like a 90-minute wait, I'll do it, but that's about my cutoff.
Sure.
Even though the queue for that attraction is amazing.
Got it.
Yeah. So speaking of Lightning Lane, these two are definitely not related, but they were
Oh,
just
check me out.
they were just good ideas that I had.
Oh.
Would you rather always miss your Lightning Lane return window by 1 minute, or always get the last churro of the day and it's stale?
I would like to complain about the premise of this question because I don't get Lightning Lane. So the only real answer is the stale churro because I don't ever get Lightning Lane.
But like,
Plus, you could talk a cast
Well-
member. You're like, you missed it by a minute. You could talk a cast member to letting you on.
God, but how will you get tired of doing that if it's
I was gonna say
every
it's
time?
I will just go
Fine.
wait in the stupid standby
I
line.
think-
It's fine.
I think I'd probably go with the churro too, just because that's like the one time. It's not like you're not constantly
I got it.
having to go over the.
I'm going to do the
hurdle.
Lightning Lane because I never buy Lightning Lane, and I just will stand in the standby.
That sounds right.
And I always have fresh churros. Whenever I want, not just at the end of the night.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That's the right answer.
I have 2 more for you. Would you rather visit the parks during a heat wave or during heavy rain?
Heavy rain.
Again,
Which doesn't
so
make sense because we don't want the wet socks, but because we went barefoot. But the heat, it's hard. But there's a lot of good air
The
conditioning
heat
places.
sucks
and,
the energy out of you is the problem.
yeah, but
Like, it's hard to
again,
enjoy
lots of
yourself
good
when it's so
AC,
hot.
Stay hydrated. Like, it's still doable. Dress well. Go on your water rides to cool off every once in a while.
But the thing about the rain is people go home.
Yeah.
So like it's a much more enjoyable like wait.
How
stuff.
bad's the rain, James? Is it pouring all
heavy
day?
rain. Heavy rain.
I could have an umbrella. It's fine.
We're talking
I'm-
like your outdoor attractions are not happening, parades, fireworks not happening.
I mean, they did the fireworks with drones in Paris. When
Yeah,
it was pouring
Paris,
rain.
that was miserable standing there under our umbrella together.
It was great.
Good
I'm
memory.
also thinking about like the walk to and from the hotel with either of these not
Just have an
fun
umbrella, it's fine.
scenarios. Your feet tag, your feet get wet still.
Put on flip flops.
Then your feet are extra wet.
Yeah, but it's not like being contained with your socks. I think the socks are part of the problem.
Sure. Heat wave, the park would be pretty dead though too. To be fair.
Sure. You could. I feel like I could always put more on, or put a poncho on, or umbrella where like the heat, like you're just you
You're
can only take so much off.
You know what I can do? I can sit in the Animation Academy all day and just learn to draw all the characters.
I feel like they should have a separate ticket admission for you.
Animation Academy.
Like you have the Magic Key Animation Academy edition. They only let you in the Animation Academy, and you're like, I'm good.
Mm-hmm. All right.
You know, Google Maps has the rafts, like
look at that,
like
their little path,
tram line. Anyway,
that's cute. All right,
Ferry
last one.
Last one, what, for this one?
For this game, yep.
Okay.
Producer Vern's Nightmare. Would you rather be stuck on Small World during a breakdown for 45 minutes?
Ooh.
Or stuck on the Incredicoaster lift hill for 15 minutes?
Oh, no.
Lift hill for 15 minutes.
I don't know, because we've had a friend that did get stuck on Small World, and they turned the music off. So you didn't have to sit there
it's not about the music. 15 minutes with that view would be awesome.
Ooh.
I don't like heights, but I think it would be okay. I trust that Disney would not put us in danger.
Okay. Do I have to evacuate, or am I just stuck?
You're just stuck.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, the Incredicoaster. I have this irrational fear of having to evac off of the Incredicoaster, and it terrifies me because I'm like, I know you can, but my brain cannot wrap around how you're on this steep incline of a lift hill and
how do you get out?
Getting out. Yeah.
There's got to be a way.
There's a way, obviously, but then you got to go down those stairs and
that is not the attraction with the fun and show exit.
I will say walking down those stairs I feel would be terrifying because I feel like those are the types of things that they're not putting a lot of money into. They're yeah, those stairs will be fine. And then they're probably graded, so you look through them, and they probably are wobbly. Yeah, that's the problem. But if we just have to sit there,
if I'm just sitting there, then for sure the Incredicoaster.
Yeah,
good choices. Good choices.
What would you choose?
I would probably choose the Incredicoaster just because I feel like sitting on a boat for 45 minutes could be a really, really long time.
You know what else matters? Where in It's a Small World would you be stopped?
True.
Because if it's a room that has a lot of things to look at, that would be better than you're in that little weird
you're the
you're in the tunnel.
Well, you're in that transition area where there's only 2 things to look at,
or you're at the postcards.
Yeah.
Time to get really friendly with the other people in your boat, right?
Sure.
All right. Next game. Halfway through it, we're bringing back a classic of Disneyland 20 questions.
Disneyland 20 questions.
We're only halfway through the game.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Yeah. I have a list of 7 objects. I'm going to let you all pick a number 1 through 7 to decide. Some of these, very random. Some of these, I feel like will be easier.
So I have a question. How does this work?
So I have a thing or person, something like that, inside of Disneyland. Okay. And you're going to ask me yes or no questions. Okay. You each get together 20 questions to try to identify the thing, person.
I'm really bad at this because I feel like there's a whole strategy that people use to narrow down their stuff, and I'm just is it this? Is it that? Is it the other thing?
Okay, so you should zip it then.
See,
wow.
This is why I love playing this game. So I need a number 1 through 7.
5. 5?
Sure.
5.
Excellent. I have my thing, and I am ready for you all to ask questions about it.
Can I ask a general question that you're probably going to say you're not going to give me an answer for?
Sure.
Are any of the things on your list people, or are they actual objects in the
people?
They may be people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's weird.
Is the thing inside?
Because these all have to be yes or no questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No,
it is not inside. So the thing is outside.
Do we only get one guess? That's not one of the 20 questions.
No, you can use guesses as much as you want.
Okay.
But it counts as questions.
Is it in Disneyland?
Yeah, that was one of the things.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Good job. That was what he said, that everything's in Disneyland.
It's in the resort.
Oh.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, it's in Disneyland
I'm assuming
Park.
you mean Disneyland Park by that one, and I'm going to give you that one.
Okay.
Oh, so. I thought you meant everything was...
No, I'm trying to narrow down which park it's in.
Yeah, no, I know, but I thought that was one of the givens. So we knew it was Disneyland.
Outside in Disneyland.
Does it have to do with an attraction?
Yes.
Was it built within the last... My math skills are terrible. 35 years.
Let me verify.
Because that gets rid of anything newer than 35. It's you're narrowing it down to a time frame and what's still there.
So 35 would be 1990.
Yep.
And your question was within the last 35.
Correct.
The answer is no.
Cool. So it's before 1990.
That's still a long period. Okay, was it there for opening day?
No.
So sometime in the first 35 years, this was built or put up or whatever.
5 questions down.
Did we start going to parks?
Is it on the west side of the park? And when I say west side of the park, what I mean is if you take Main Street down the middle of Main Street through to the back of the park.
So it's like Red Rose Tavern in Fantasyland area.
No.
Galaxy's Edge.
Nope. It is half the train station, past the partner statue, through the castle, cutting the carousel and Dumbo in half, cutting through the Fantasyland Theater, and only includes Mickey and Minnie's house in Toontown.
So the Red Rose Tavern is west of that line?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, sure.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Then yes, it is in the west half of that park.
Hey, well, it's not in Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, that's true.
And it wasn't there for opening day. Is it in Adventureland?
No.
Frontierland?
Yes.
You can guess as many times as you want.
It will count towards your questions.
Just wait. Let's narrow it. Go into Frontierland.
I already have a
Did we
guess.
ask if it had something to do with an attraction?
You did.
Yeah, and he said yes.
Is it the goat?
It's the goat.
You went more specific because I was going to say Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Ooh, the goat.
It was the goat with dynamite on
The
Big
goat.
Thunder
Look at
Mountain.
you. Good job, Teresa. What is that, number 6?
That would have been question number 9.
9. Oh, wow. Good job.
Impressive. So quick. Would you like to play another round?
Yeah.
Great. I need a number 1 through 6. Or if you just want me to pick, I can do that as
Pick
well.
a number. I picked the last one.
3.
3. Excellent.
See, we did a good job, narrowing down things. I've learned that through jet lag.
Ah, yes.
Is it in?
Wait. No, do you have it?
I have it.
Okay.
Yep.
Good.
Oh, do I want to do the inside-outside question again?
It worked good last time.
Okay. Is it outside?
No.
Okay, so it's in an attraction, so we know it's Disneyland or
Maybe.
DCA. Oh boy, you're right.
Is it in California Adventure?
No.
So it's in Disneyland.
No, because it could be downtown or right, because we could possibly be downtown or in the resorts, in the hotels.
This is possible.
I'm assuming it's Disneyland.
Is it on the west side of the park?
Can you be specific of which part?
In Disneyland proper again?
Is it on the west side of Disneyland?
West side of Disneyland.
Yes.
Is it Adventureland?
No.
In Adventureland, not Adventureland.
Is it in New Orleans Square?
No. I went with that explanation, Teresa. You're okay. If I was doing a land as a whole, I think I'm doing this wrong.
So now the question is it Bayou Country or Galaxy's Edge? Oh, was it there in the last 35 years?
Well,
Was it built in the last 35 years?
You're not getting any further ahead. If we're still down to 2. Well, we kind of have Toontown.
If it's
too.
Within the last 35 years, yes.
Okay. So it's since 1990, which you're right. Almost everything over here. Except for it's not Mickey that's Mickey and Minnie's house too. Dang it.
Is it in Galaxy's Edge?
Yes.
Did we say if it was inside or outside? It's
It is inside. He was kind of in about.
Is it an animatronic?
No.
So, James, can I ask a clarifying question about your inside outside?
Sure.
Do you consider the market inside?
Oh.
I consider that inside.
Does it have to do with an attraction?
No.
And it's inside.
Is it a person?
No.
And it's not an animatronic. We said yes to Galaxy's Edge?
Yes.
And he said it's inside, so it's
inside.
not either the
And it
attractions.
has nothing to do with an attraction.
So it's probably something in here.
Is it an experience?
No. I mean, no.
Is it in some way related to food?
Yes.
Is it a Ronto wrap?
It is a Ronto wrap.
There you go.
You and
Good
I
job.
both got something.
Good job.
I did not think that this was going to go this well in
This is
general.
going incredibly well. I am so...
Do you want to do another one?
Yeah, we can do another one.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to go through all of them?
No, I was not planning to go through all of them. I did not expect you to do this well at all.
Oh.
We should do two more.
Let's do one more to see if it's a fluke or if we actually got something.
Oh, okay. So 1 through 5. And there's 3 numbers that I think are more fun.
1. Is that one of the fun ones?
That is not one of the fun ones.
What's one of the fun ones, James?
You can pick.
Yeah, you pick.
Oh, man. Okay,
He's trying to get us on this.
Yeah, there's...
Just pick something.
I picked one. I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
Is it in DCA?
No.
Wow. Is it on the east side of Disneyland?
No.
Is it in either of the theme parks?
Yes.
Okay, so west side of Disneyland again.
Okay.
My goodness, we're spending a lot of time over here.
That's because all the best stuff's over there.
Does it have to do with an attraction?
Yes.
Is it on the northwest side or the southwest side?
No. You have to
yes
say,
or no.
Oh.
pick one.
Is it on the northwest side?
I'm going to need you to define.
So, if you go from the hub
So like that
and you go straight out, and so you get the tip of Tom Sawyer Island to Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
I'm just going to come over and look at that map.
Yeah, so south would be New Orleans and Adventureland.
So you're right here, James. Is it here? No, wait. What did I say? North?
Yeah.
So is it up here?
The answer is no, it is not north.
Okay. So, well, that's good. We've cut it down to...
Does it have to do with the Jungle Cruise?
No.
You said attraction. It was an attraction? Dealt with an attraction?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so we're cut down to Haunted Mansion and Pirates then.
Or the Tiki Room.
Or the Tiki Room.
Or Indiana Jones. Or the Treehouse.
So let's
Did Walt work on it?
Yes.
Okay, so we got
So it's
the Tiki Room.
But he worked on all of these.
No, he didn't. That just narrowed it down to the Tiki Room, Pirates, and it's not the Jungle Cruise. So it's either the Tiki Room, Pirates, or Haunted Mansion.
What makes you think?
Is it an animatronic?
Didn't he work on the Jungle Cruise?
I asked if it was the Jungle Cruise, and he said no.
Sure.
Is it an It doesn't have to do with an animatronic.
No.
Do we ask if it was inside or outside yet?
No. Is it inside or outside? Is it outside?
No.
Okay.
It's outside. It's not an animatronic.
You said it's an attraction?
It's related to an attraction, and it's inside.
Is it a doom buggy?
No.
Is it
Halfway
the Blue
done with
Bayou?
your questions. No.
Is it related to Pirates?
No.
Is it related to the Tiki Room?
No.
So it's got to be the Haunted Mansion. And it's not an animatronic. And it's inside. And it's not a doom buggy.
Is it the stretching room?
No.
Is it the Ghost Host?
No. That would be a really good one. I wish I would have thought of that. That one is so abstract.
Was it originally part of the attraction when it opened?
I think so.
Okay. So it's not the Hatbox Ghost, and it's not the New Bride.
But it's not an animatronic. We already asked that question.
Oh, sure.
Is it... Okay. Is it like... How do I say this?
You're down to 4 questions, just to be clear.
Is it like a... Okay, just maybe this is a clarifying question. We're looking for like a specific like thing or object. It's not like it's a scene.
Correct.
Okay. Specific thing or object. Maybe we should clarify if it actually is the Haunted Mansion.
Does it have to do with the Haunted Mansion?
Yes.
I'm so perplexed.
All right, Keegan.
And it's
George.
not an animatronic. That's all I'm thinking. Well,
you know what's
like,
not an
is
animatronic?
The Let Me Out guy, is that are we calling that an animatronic?
That's a good question.
Because they're mechanical.
Well, would you consider Madame Leota an animatronic? I don't think she's an animatronic
No, I
because
don't
that's a
think so
projected
either.
thing. I'm going to say, is it Madame Leota?
No.
Is it iconic?
Yes.
What do we have? 2 questions left?
1 question remains.
Oh, no. Should have been a Doom buggy.
Assuming I count right. That would have been too easy, like my other ones, apparently.
Is it the, I don't know what you call them, the bus?
The singing bus?
No. Oh. I was thinking.
Or are you thinking the things that look
that
around?
turn and look at you.
Well, that's our
And the
guess.
queue.
Don't give us the answer. Just know that we've lost because I want to ask a couple more questions after the 20.
You're saying the bus that looks you in the queue?
Mm-hmm.
No, it is not.
Is it the singing busts?
Can you be more specific?
In the Haunted Man, in the
Can you be more
Graveyard
specific?
scene?
graveyard scene.
Can you be more
Is it the one with his head to the side?
It is the one missing half its head.
21 questions.
Head was knocked off. That was, yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So maybe a bit of a fluke, huh?
I mean,
You did good getting down, but you just got
66%.
lost as you panicked. So I'll
well,
leave
it's
it.
tough because there's so many animatronics in there.
But yeah.
There are.
And then I was thinking all the things, of course, I'm like, iconic. Nope, I think that's... And then it's like, well, yeah, projections. That's good. That's a good loophole.
It
He
was
could
a
have
really
picked
good
in some
loophole.
crazy stuff. Like he could have picked the stupid gargoyles in the stretching room.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be somewhat fair. All of these are somewhat fair, some easier than others for sure. So,
All right.
you want one more or are you good to go on?
I think we'll move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Very good. We're now moving to a game that I'm calling Keep, Update, or Bulldoze.
James. James.
Can we get a new topic? A new game?
Nope.
James.
Welcome to the fun.
I would just like to say right off the bat here that we are being forced to make these decisions.
No, but we can keep or update it still.
I'm going to give you a list of 3 attractions, and you're going to have to decide which one you will keep,
this is like
which one you will update,
no,
and which
no,
one you will
no,
Bulldoze.
no.
This will be great.
No.
They invited me on this show, just to be clear.
You said with glee that you had an idea for a discussion topic that you'd like to do. So that's this.
I've been so excited for this one.
Okay. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first, Teresa?
We'll do. I think. Do we do?
Are we
each-
both doing the same thing?
You should both suffer through these together, so Teresa's
What I
not
mean is, do
alone.
you want me to say my
Oh, it
opinions
doesn't
first?
matter.
Okay. Go ahead, James.
All right, your first 3 sets of attractions are Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters, Autopia, and Star Tours.
So you're saying update.
One you keep, one you update or refurb, and one you bulldoze.
Okay, well,
or retire.
Autopia's bulldoze, Buzz Lightyear's update, and Star Tours you keep. That one's pretty easy, actually.
Yeah, I could go either way though with what to update and what to, because like I could almost argue bulldoze Buzz so that you do
Sure.
something completely new, update Autopia so that it's cooler than its current state, and keep.
So we're in agreement with Star Tours.
I mean, I think Star Tours also could be bulldozed and or updated because I don't like it feels
Spicy
misplaced. Because
Spicy take.
yeah, it's just misplaced now that we've got Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Sure.
That is true.
I feel like it if I could pick it up and plop it in a different spot.
So I would like to say, James, what are your opinions?
I would bulldoze Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters because that is a lot of prime space, just like Teresa said. And I think we could do something more innovative. I think the Autopia should be updated, and I agree Star Tours is just fine as it is, especially if they keep on looping in all of the existing things.
Okay. Star Tours, the winner of that one.
I know. Total agreement. All right. Number 2, Peter Pan's Flight, The Jungle Cruise, and Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room.
Oh, no. No. Oh, man. Okay.
Wait, Tiki Room,
Yeah, you've
Jungle Cruise, and Peter Pan? So I would update Peter Pan.
Oh.
I would keep, just based off what we have, I would update Peter Pan. I would keep the Jungle Cruise, and I'd bulldoze the Tiki Room.
I'm bulldozing Peter Pan.
I don't think there's a way to win this, is the problem.
I see. Okay, so Peter Pan, I think, is very charming, but it's not a good for today's standards and crowds and all that.
Such a line, though.
It's such a lot. Yeah, I think we need to do something better there, and I don't know what that is, but we're gonna bulldoze it. That doesn't mean Peter Pan's Flight can't come back in some shape or form, but it needs a lot of help that update wouldn't be able to help with. So we're bulldozing Peter Pan. And
It's just because you're upset that somebody put you a graphic of the Peter Pan things flying around of you with cold brews, isn't it?
No, I just think that it's a very it's cool to like fly, but it needs a
so what
lot
are you
more than
updating and leaving?
I don't know if I'm up. So Peter Pan's gone.
Okay.
So I'm the Tiki Room and
Jungle
Jungle
Cruise.
Cruise. That's hard because like Tiki Room's being updated right now, and Jungle Cruise was recently updated.
So really, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so it's kind of a coin toss with those two.
What about you, James?
I would keep Peter Pan's Flight. I would update the Enchanted Tiki Room and bulldoze the Jungle Cruise.
You would not.
You love the Jungle Cruise.
I know, but hear me out. If I'm
Producer
keeping-
Vern is going to come up here and slap you silly.
I know. It's terrible to say this. I don't think the Jungle Cruise can get any better. And I think objectively, Peter Pan is I'm not going to say better, but more well-rounded attraction that is more easy to bring joy and take people. And so I think the Jungle Cruise has to go to make space for something new in Adventureland.
Oh, God.
And the Tiki Room could be something really cool.
I have a really evil question.
Okay.
That would be awful, but I'm not. I'll wait.
Oh, okay. Good. Because I still have 4 more of these for you
let's
to go
go
through. So the next set of 3 is the Matterhorn Bobsleds, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, and Finding Nemo Submarine Voyage.
Well, Submarine Voyage
bulldoze the subs.
That was so
Update
fast.
Toad.
Update the Matterhorn.
I think Toad needs an update because Toad still has the not cardboard, but like the cutout things.
Yeah, but the
So
Matterhorn
he
is
needs a
literally falling
refresh.
apart.
Yeah, we're keeping it like status quo. So every
Okay.
year they're refurbing it
Okay.
anyways. Whereas like we're talking overhaul
Okay.
for the update.
All right, James, what about you?
I am keeping the Matterhorn. I am bulldozing Mr. Toad, and I'm updating the Submarine Voyage. I think Mr. Toad has just fallen out of people's knowledge and understanding, and it is such a bizarre story attraction. It's so hard to follow. It's time for something new to pop in.
So here's what I'll hitch my thoughts onto yours, James. If you're getting rid of Toad, going back to the last question, I think you should expand Peter Pan into the Toad section.
Ooh, okay, I can buy into something like
If
that.
you're going to get rid of Toad, you should expand Peter Pan.
I'm trying to think. I don't know how it's all layered over there, but how does that work with Alice? Can you expand into there with?
You know, the only thing with Alice is that it goes outside. Like, you could get rid of Alice too.
No. I'm saying like if you took the space that Toad is in, could you move Peter Pan through there and not mess with Alice or not? I don't know because they're on top of each other there.
Those are good questions.
That is a good question because I think a lot of Alice is just kind of this little back. I don't know. Anyway, all right, next one.
The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Well, we just bulldozed that one. That's easy.
Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin.
Oh, dang. Let's bulldoze that one, too.
And the Astro Orbiter.
Oh.
James, why couldn't you put these in with some of the other ones where we wanted to keep everything?
I'm trying to keep this very fair.
Okay, so
question.
I'm going to keep the Astro Orbiter because I do like the movement. I don't like the attraction itself. I like the movement. I'm updating Winnie the Pooh, and I'm bulldozing Roger Rabbit.
I am updating the Astro Orbiter because it should go back on top of the tower where God intended it. What was the other two?
Winnie the Pooh and Roger Rabbit.
I'm leaving Winnie the Pooh and I'm bulldozing Roger Rabbit. James?
I am bulldozing the Astro Orbiter because we already have Dumbo. I am keeping Roger Rabbit and I'm updating Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh.
We need some love there.
Especially when you look at like the Tokyo Winnie the Pooh.
I mean, if you look at a lot of things in Tokyo, a lot of our stuff can be updated.
Super cool.
All right.
Soarin' Over California, Grizzly River Run, and Web Slingers.
Bulldoze Web Slingers.
Yeah, I'm going to
update Soarin'
and then keep Grizzly.
Yeah.
See, but you complain about Soarin' Around the World as an update, right?
They swap it in every now and again. We're okay.
That's true.
No, like I want them like to update the footage, not like a complete refresh.
And you don't like Web Slingers?
No, I mean it's fun, but it's not a like must do top of my list. Like when I talk to people, I'm like, oh, I mean, if you're a Spider-Man fan, yes, 100%. But like past that, I don't know.
James?
I would keep Grizzly River Run. I would update Web Slingers and bulldoze Soarin'.
Oh,
wow!
Are you still going to be married after this
I don't know. After a bunch of the questions,
I know. That's what I mean. Like after this
Peter
section.
Pan, Tiki Room, Jungle Cruise.
I know. I'm not sure you know who I am anymore, right? Soren, like,
Thank
is
God
great
Vern isn't
attraction,
here.
great attraction, but it's just, I don't know. I don't get the same thrill as everyone else does.
Oh,
on
I
that one.
love
So
kicking my feet.
It's just a nice attraction.
it is.
You've got smells and
smells.
sights, and you're off your feet a little bit. It's air conditioned.
Oh yeah, there's a lot to it. I think the lightning
It's
lane experience
relaxing.
in that one always bothers me though, and that probably skews my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Well, lightning lane should just go away.
All right.
Anyway,
My last one, probably my worst one.
what's he gonna
Oh,
do?
worse. How is this worse than the first
Oh,
one?
don't even ask that question.
Big Thunder Mountain Railroad,
Oh, no.
Pirates of the Caribbean,
No.
and the Haunted Mansion.
No. Okay, I'm gonna.
Oh God, these are gonna be some spicy
I got
takes.
it.
Okay.
I got it. I'm bulldozing Big Thunder.
No, you
Mountain.
aren't.
Yeah, just wait. Just wait. I'm bulldozing Big Thunder Mountain because I'm going to rebuild a Paris-esque Big Thunder Mountain so that it's like on the rivers of America as well. He
Oh,
didn't
so
say I couldn't
you're
move it.
actually bulldozing Tom Sawyer's Island.
He didn't say I couldn't move it.
So here's an interesting idea that you
But
said
I don't know
that.
if I want to update. I
That's
think I'm going to update Pirates.
I think that's what Disneyland should do. I think they should take down Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Like,
They should
put it-
build
put
it
it
on the
over-
island, and now they've got this whole chunk
but
of land.
look at where like the Grizzly. I
Yeah.
don't remember what it was called, but like where Mine Train Through Nature.
Yeah.
Like to the left of Big Thunder Trail there.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of nothing going on.
What I'm saying is you could put this here,
Mhm.
and then you've got all of this land back,
Yeah.
which Disneyland needs land, and Tom Sawyer Island is kind of in.
You need some help.
The only problem is that where are you going to put the backstage stuff for Fantasmic?
Yeah.
Anyway,
No, it'll be like
So what do you-
Paris. So
what do
like the load unloads on that side and the coaster's just over there. So you
Yes.
can still have backstage
okay.
stuff.
So what are you doing with which
I
are you
think-
updating and
I
which
think
you?
I decided since Haunted Mansion has had updates, Pirates has not been updated really.
Okay.
So Pirates is going to get the update. And this might be controversial. I'm going to take out the Pirates
gonna-
of the Caribbean film characters.
Mm.
I don't think that'd be a big loss.
That's how I would update it because they haven't been keeping up with those animatronics. Like Jack at the end,
Oh God!
every
yeah.
time just breaks my heart.
Mm.
So that's what I'm doing. I'm bulldozing.
James, you
Thunder.
made this hard because I can't, in good faith, get rid of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Yep.
You can't get rid of it like I got rid of
So now, no, because you're cheating.
it.
So now I'm trying to figure out which attraction
How do you get
I
rid of
enjoy.
Haunted or Pirates?
Which attraction between the two do I enjoy more?
I don't even understand how you have.
So here's where I'm going, and you're gonna hate me.
You're gonna bulldoze the mansion.
I'm bulldozing the mansion because
Nope.
Because-
Nope.
that is a good chunk of land they could put something else on. Where Pirates is like hidden and
So
underground.
Is Big Thunder.
Yes, but I love Big Thunder, so I'm gonna update Pirates, bulldoze Haunted Mansion, and leave Big Thunder alone.
I hope everyone enjoyed the final episode of DLWeekly.
I still have one more game. We can't stop.
Nope, I think you're wrong, Tag.
Too bad. You know what? You like the Haunted Mansion? There's other parks
move.
around the world you can go see it.
No, because it's different. We move Big Thunder.
Actually, technically, by bulldozing Haunted Mansion, we're getting rid of 2 attractions because that's also Haunted Mansion Holiday.
See, look, even
There you go.
worse. Well,
James, what are
but
you doing?
Bulldozing Pirates, that gets rid of a restaurant too.
James, what are you picking? This should be interesting.
I'm in agreement with Tag on this take.
Oh!
So-
You both are wrong.
But hearing
Broken
Teresa's
Teresa's heart.
hearing
Big Thunder's
Teresa's
not a better
creative
attraction though.
It doesn't matter. I like Big Thunder.
hearing Teresa's creative caveat though is pretty incredible. I do love that idea. If
Rebuild it.
Yeah, put Big Thunder on the island in the middle and really play with that. I think that is an excellent idea. And
Reincarnate.
So you've sidestepped the question though by doing
He
that.
didn't say I couldn't.
I didn't. So
He
and
just
this
said bulldoze.
and this
So I
is how we
bulldozed
get
it.
great ideas by asking hard questions.
Fine. I will bulldoze the Haunted Mansion, and then I will build Mystic Manor there.
I haven't experienced it, so that's not helpful.
We'll see. It's
And my
perfect. Then you'll
favorite
get to
is
experience
the
it.
OG. So, nope, not saving it.
Ah, bummer. All right. Well, we'll move on
That's not
before.
even fair. That's not even your favorite Big Thunder.
But it's the one we go to the most.
Yeah, but I could rebuild it to be the
And I
better
think
Big
other than
Thunder.
Shanghai, everybody agrees that we have the best pirates.
Oh, I was gonna say mansion.
Plus, what?
A lot of people say that we have the best mansion.
Yes,
The
but
best
I think the consensus overall is that we have the best pirates, except for Shanghai.
Could be.
All right. Well, we'll move on and let you two take out your competitive spirit on this last game.
You know there should be a question of, James?
What?
Sleeping Beauty Castle's going away. You have to replace it with Tokyo,
No.
Shanghai.
No, it's Hong Kong. That's an easy question.
No.
Well, Hong Kong is close to Disneyland.
None of the above. None of the castles would work.
That's
Hong Kong would work because it's literally this,
No.
just with the magical dream stuff behind it.
But that wouldn't work because we got attractions.
Move it up in the moat
Oh, jeez.
and then build behind it. It's fine. Anyway, James, go.
That would be
all right.
Last one?
game.
Oh, last game. We're
Last
done with
game.
that. Okay.
Yes.
That was a terrible one. You're going to, by the way, DLWeekly.net/trivia, send in all your hate mail.
You're welcome. Sometimes you have to answer hard questions, and that's how it goes.
Yeah, like you saying bulldoze
wrong.
fantasy
We answered
land.
them wrong.
Yeah, Teresa, wrong.
Yeah, wrong. This one, we can be right or wrong, and this one I'm going to pit
We're
against you.
against each other now.
Yes. So this is a game called Name That Attraction. Like, name that tune, but name that attraction. So what I'm going to need from the two of you is how many words you think you can name the attraction in based on how well I could find the sign describing the attraction or how closely I could write something similar to it. Do you know what I'm referring to by when I say the sign of the attraction?
Are you saying like this attraction has sudden drops
yeah,
and stops?
stuff like that. Yep.
It's like the safety.
Yeah, the
thing.
I
safety
feel
writing
like
on
a
it.
lot of them have the same sign, though.
I
But
try.
a lot of times they say what type of ride vehicle you're in, like you're in a rocket or you're in a this, that, the
Sure,
other.
okay.
So I've taken out the name of the attraction from it and had to finesse a little bit.
How many
if I
words
find
do you
them.
think you'll need, Teresa?
Yeah. So I have
I don't know these
7
signs
of these.
well enough.
So
How many words do you have?
total? I'm not giving you that number because I'm going to have to count for each of them.
No. I'm sorry. What I mean is
I have 7 different attractions for us.
No. What I mean is, in general, like if I said I want 20 words, do you have 20 words to give me?
20 might be high.
Okay, I'm going to say 10.
Yeah, I guess I don't. I don't know. I need to can we have a practice question? I'm not fully understanding.
I only have 7.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you words in order of what that sign says based on how many words you think you can
the
identify.
signs well enough to know how many words are the exact same in the first part of it.
That is part of the trick, isn't it?
I don't pay attention to those signs.
But will you
Maybe
know
you
what the
should.
attractions are?
But what?
But you may know what the attractions are just based on description.
Yeah, but I don't know how many words to say. Is what I'm saying, because I
Well.
don't know how long those signs are.
Mm-hmm. Well, you could let Tag have it with 9 to get an idea to bet for the future, or you could try to guess less.
Oh boy.
I said 10.
Sure.
You're going to be 10 words?
If Teresa's going to let you have 10,
Oh, we're trying to agree on how many words we need?
oh no, you are betting against each other to get points
Oh, so
this
she
round.
picks 9.
Then you have to say 8 or tell Teresa to name it.
Oh, see, now this is, yeah.
This is how you get to prove you have the right opinions.
Okay, I'm going to say 8.
8. Teresa, Tag, will you go 7
No.
or lower? 8. Okay, 8 to Teresa. Are you
Good
ready?
job. Could have stayed with 10.
I don't know if I'm ready. No, because it's one or the other, so we couldn't have both said 10. Right, James?
That's right.
See?
But you could have just said that's fine, and then we would have both had
And
10.
then, no. Then
No.
only you would have gotten to guess.
Yeah.
This is competitive. Points are on the line.
What?
It's
You
like,
two
I think you've created too complicated
you
of a game.
two are
I
not
get it,
listening.
I get it. I got too stuck on the sign. Okay.
Okay, go
so
ahead,
we'll
James.
start over.
No,
'cause
go ahead,
clearly we
James.
don't understand
Just
what's
go
happening.
ahead. I'll listen to Teresa do 8 words, and then I'll get it.
Do you understand name that
No,
tune?
but you can't.
You don't get to guess.
It's my question now.
That's fine.
Okay.
I get that part. That's not what I don't. Never mind. Just go.
Okay. Teresa, your 8 words. This is a thrilling, high-speed, turbulent roller.
Coaster.
Type ride in the dark with sudden drops and stops.
I feel like that's Space Mountain.
That is Space Mountain. Good job, Teresa.
That's the one I do.
Okay, so 8 is actually kind of hard.
8's also
That
a
was
lot.
easy.
What do you mean? This is a high speed. That's like.
So what is it? My turn, or are we bidding again?
You bid every round.
Oh, see, I'm just gonna give it all to Teresa because I don't like that aspect of this game.
Well, too bad you're playing.
10.
She bulldozed Haunted Mansion.
10.
Yeah, that's what you get for bulldozing the Haunted Mansion.
10.
I'm gonna go with 8 again.
Take, will you go 7?
No.
Okay. A rollicking log flume ride with sudden drops.
Rollicking? I did not know that that's what Tiana's Bayou Adventure was called.
Technically, it's the description for Splash Mountain, but I'll give you that one.
Okay. That makes more sense. I'm like, rollicking.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what Tiana's is. I'm sure they updated that.
I would assume so. It might be similar, honestly. There you go. All right, let's move on to the next one.
I'm going to go with 8 because that's going all right with me.
5.
5.
Teresa, will you go 4?
Go for 5.
Okay. Board a deep space transport.
Star Tours?
Star Tours is correct.
Well, there you go.
Board a deep space transport for a daring mission to a distant star system. This flight simulator experience includes sharp turns and sudden drops.
Okay, this isn't as bad as I thought.
Yeah. All right, next one. 2 for Teresa, 1 for Tag.
So do you get to pick first since you just got it? Go ahead.
5.
5. Teresa, will you go 4?
Sure. Why not? Let's
Tag,
go for
will you
it.
go 3?
3.
Teresa, will you go 2?
No.
All right. A gentle boat.
That's multiple things.
I'm going to say my first inclination was Storybook Land Canal Boats.
A gentle boat ride through a whimsical world where children of many nations sing in
That was
harmony.
my second guess. You should have let Teresa try to guess it.
Or the Rivers of America could have been the Mark Twain too.
Would
I
have been
suppose.
it too. I suppose that would have been a good idea. Take.
Sure.
I will take that into account for the next one.
Your 3 words could have been a thrilling ride.
It could have been.
It could have been. This is a.
Yeah, this is a.
It could have been.
Woo. Okay, I will do 4.
4.
Let her have it.
4. Travel back in time.
It would have been funny if it was travel back in.
Yeah. Travel back in time. Oh, Pirates could have been a gentle boat. Well, maybe that's not a gentle boat ride.
No, because you got
Okay,
the...
travel back in time.
It's a difficult one.
It is.
I was going to say, do you have a guess or no?
I'll wait till you guess and then I'll tell
No,
you.
but I'm just wondering if you have a guess or not.
I mean, I got a few guesses. I'm like, if this was Universal, I'd be like, back in time.
Maybe it is. Okay, so is it like the diorama isn't like an attraction, right?
Correct. That would be that'd be the railroad.
Yeah.
But could be though.
I feel like that's what I'm leaning toward. I'm going to go with the railroad.
Take. Did you want to guess?
Is she right or wrong? And then I'll guess.
Travel back in time to the age of dinosaurs in this slow-moving journey through a diorama.
You know, for someone who's like, I don't know what any of these are, you're sure doing pretty good.
Oh, I thought that was going to be the trickiest one. Oh, I'm so impressed, Teresa. So impressed.
That was a good one because like it could have been the Mark Twain,
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say Mark Twain.
or it could have been like the. I guess there's not really a safety spiel thing for like the streetcars and all that on Main Street.
What's your?
But like travel back in time, you travel back in time in Pirates because like right they're dead and they're
Yeah.
alive again.
But I don't feel like that's what that one is.
Yeah,
Are you picking a number?
5.
5. Take.
4.
4. Teresa.
Just remember, travel
I'm
back
thinking,
in.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Yeah, board a thrilling, and I don't know. Go for 3. You're good.
3.
Teresa, you're doing 3?
No. You're
okay.
4. 4
Oh,
for
4.
Teddy.
4. So we're going to takes 4.
Sure.
Spin through oversized playing.
What? Spin through oversized plane?
Oh, Toy Story Midway Mania. Right?
Teresa?
Is that what we said? Plane?
Playing.
Spin through oversized plane. Yeah, it's got to be.
You already talked about
Midway
spinning
Mania.
earlier.
Spin through oversized playing cards, past roses, and talking doors.
Alice.
In
That
this
was
whimsical
spinning. You're
dark
not
ride.
spinning.
Yeah, it's real gentle turns, right?
Wop wop.
Mm-hmm.
Tough one. All right, I got one more.
7.
Whoa.
7. Okay.
5.
4.
I'm not going below that.
4. Blast off on a.
That's gotta be the Astrojets.
Okay.
I don't want to pick what Teresa picked because I feel like that'd be weird. So I'm going to say...
I picked Midway Mania when you picked Midway Mania.
I know, but you didn't get points for it. Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run.
Blast off on a spacefaring adventure where you'll help defeat Emperor Zurg using your laser cannon.
Would not have thought.
Because I feel like Rise of the Resistance would be like join the Resistance and do this.
Sure, yeah.
That would make sense. So, yeah, Blast off would check out for Millennium Falcon. But Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger.
Buzz Lightyear. Wow. What else you got? Nothing?
That's it. We're going through my games.
Good job, Teresa. You did good on the thing that you didn't think that you'd be good at.
I don't know what we ended up with that one. James, did you keep track?
4-2.
I think it was 4-1 in the end.
I only got 1.
You got Star Tours.
I started off strong.
I started off strong. Oh, I
would have
thought you got
bet
more
on
than
yourself.
one.
You could have gotten Space Mountain.
Downhill from there.
That was fun.
Yes.
We're just going to forget about you bulldozing. No, we will never forget about you bulldozing the Haunted Mansion.
I'll never forget about you bulldozing Peter Pan. And
both of mine I bulldozed to rebuild better.
Yeah, okay. James, you want to...
They needed more help than a refurb could do.
Close up?
I do, because that was fun. I enjoyed coming up with these little games to make you struggle through. Maybe next time I'll try to come up with a little bit less painful and a little bit more joyful. Who knows? But if you had any of these games you found particularly interesting or others that you'd like to see back, maybe I'll get to do this in a year or so again and I can have a great plan. But in the meantime, where you will find me back, probably in about 3 weeks at this point, is Trivia Land, producer Vernon too. So if you've got trivia questions, much simpler for them to answer and struggle through.
Maybe.
You can send them our way, or make them difficult. We like that too. Just head to our website, dlweekly.net/trivia.
Well, mark your calendars, weekly tiers. Our next meetup is, if you're listening to it like right when we let this drop, will be this Sunday, June 1st, at the Fireplace near the Tongariro Terrace at the Disneyland Hotel. We'll be hanging out there from 3 to 5 p.m. Meeting you is something we really, really enjoy when we're at the parks. So we would love it if you'd stop by and say hello. If for some reason you can't make that, but you do see us in the parks this week or elsewhere in Southern California, please say hi. We'd love to see you.
Well, we'll be back next week with more Disneyland news and information.
From Disneyland, actually. Until then, we will all go out and enjoy the parks, and I hope you will too.
A special thank you to Sidel for editing the podcast.
Hello, I am Baymax, your personal podcast companion. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this episode? My scans indicate you have been a good weekly tier. Have a lollipop. Now excuse me while I let out some air. Goodbye.